Good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen of the press. As you're already aware, in the chamber today, we commence the consideration of this so-called tribunal bill. Our contention as minority is that this bill seeks to create a parallel system, an analogous system, unbeknown to the Constitution, if we read all provisions of the Constitution as a whole. It is true that mention is made to tribunal system in our Constitution, but context must be interpreted within the broader scope of Articles 125, 126, and 127. We have a judiciary system, district courts, circuit courts, high courts, court of appeal, and the Supreme Court. If there are issues with the system, the way to go is to reform and to resource, equip, and retool. It is not to create a parallel system with coordinate jurisdiction. Now, if you look critically at the clause 4, which was the subject matter of this long debate, basically, you look at a new adjudicatory body where you say one person presiding as the chair must be a lawyer, but the other two must be non-lawyers. And they are going to preside on criminal matters. We reminded Dr. Ayeni himself, the Attorney General, that when he was in practice as a private practitioner and he dealt with this case of Tagore and Issa Abbas, the Republic versus Tagore and Issa Abbas, he argued forcefully that a judge sitting in a criminal trial must ensure that prosecution lead evidence of probative value proves all essential ingredients of the offense. That was his argument at the Court of Appeal, which was upheld. That to deliver justice is not about chobe or media headline scream. It's not about how the public perception about an individual is, because that can be misleading. Now, what we see in this whole exercise is to create a system where people would be pronounced guilty even before their case is properly determined. No established procedure of ensuring fairness. And it is not only the minority that is complaining. Today, organized labor has come out loudly to re-echo its position on this matter. That we don't need a tribunal system in our country anymore. Tribunal system, we know what happened in the PNDC era, where people were targeted, assets were seized, and those people who claimed they were tribunal members enriched themselves. We know that record of the NDC, their predecessor PNDC. So we, the minority, have left the chamber because the majority leader decided to shut the door. In Parliament, we believe that in all situations of disagreement, there must be a window to discuss, to raise the concerns. But once the majority leader makes a strong pronouncement that whatever the case, they will not listen, they will use their numbers to pass the bill, then there is no point again. Every other effort will be rendered odious. Every other effort by us will be rendered nugatory. You recall that earlier in the day, when we raised this issue, the majority leader, realizing that he didn't have the numbers, immediately called for suspension of the House. So he used the 5 hours to marshal his members into the chamber. Even so, those present were not even up to 115. They were 113. We, the minority, counted them. They were not up to. Yet, those who counted claim that the NDC members were more than that. You are the media. You can get in and do your own check to validate what we are saying. We tell you truth. We will not say anything outside of the truth. So it is clear that the Yentio-Bia syndrome has set in. They don't want to listen to anybody. And this is for say, Omuntio-Bia. Omudisa choboy, sesebi, asem tu obi, no omu kobo obi kwedua. Omu asise omu party member say, omu kodi nasem. Omu ko sizi nkrofo eja padie, edi nkrofo kotu efiase. Omu endi omu asem ye. Ye na ye nim say ye court system no wo hodada. Ghana no ye wo district court. Ye wo circuit court. Asem ni ye wo da wo high court. High court di wasem so na wo mpeni sa wo court of appeal. E wo high court system na mu no ye create specialized courts. Matrimonial causes ye wo ne court wo ho. Financial crime ye wo ne court wo ho. Ye wo commercial court, ye wo land court. Ye wo court a ehwe specific nsɛmsɛmu. Ɛni no ɛho hia sa wo si na wo de tribunal a sɛbi ɔmo betena so so ɔmo di asɛm no. Ɔmo yɛ lawyers. Wo se ɛne de ɛmfa ho. Mo kwakwaye choboy. Nti no sa let the blood flow na ekunkum nkrɔfo no. NDC for say ɛno na ɔmo de ba. Yɛn de ye party MPP yɛn gina so a ye di PN say sɛbi amembuo ye de mbra ɛna ye de yo. And the TUC, organized labor, omusu aye press conference akasa akache omampeni John Dramani Mahama nina ban say sa tribunal no embo Ghana e de ani bre ni hawon yawo ni sebi obi mpe wasem a na wakobbo okwedu na obediu etuturo sem enti no omunjai ye nuanu mendisi for say oh omo de omo nti obia ye kan den sen ye kan sen omo de embra no omo be pass because omo nim dia omo hwehwe yen ya sede ni say politics yen ntokwa ya kire ya adwen yen tumi ntina dem wo a Ghana mbra no omo aye omo adwen so omo mfa ye adwuma enti ne ye pie ye mpie se sebe ye sorry ya na ye boycott there bi enye sa na tie majority leader nenum asem a oka ye say ye den a ombe pass omuntie yen meaning say organized labor omasem omukan omuntie other civil society ensem omukan ye no omuntie constitutional review committee na kasa no e can be fast our tribunal system and over 15 years and over 16 years our tribunal ye twom dadaada. In fact, PNDC for more year transition no ferry ntina omo share da ekipi sa tribunal no wo constitution mu. But for a long time yan fa sa tribunal de no enye adwuma. All of a sudden mo se mo the tribunal bi ba na wo kan yan bra no kra na judicial council na wo sa to me say obe determine san nyoma no mo se committee bi ese so omo ebenya oversight. Na sebi Ghana Emma NDC for to me say omunfa embra no enhwe omunsem omunye de omupe ana we ye a form of kangaroo court bia omudi ba omudi embra e de be back no. We don't recognize such courts. We don't. And yasemwane say ese Ghana 40 ase reason a ye di pie ye reason a amambuo na ekoso ne ye gidi se enkoyie na ebia bibi nti ye nuanom NDC for no mo di bibia hyehye o masum omo ntie omo nten soso dia omo fi se omo ye no ene na omo ye sebe ende Ghana no it is wonye NDC ni a wonka ho wonye NDC ni a wokasa omo ntie nti no yasemo ane se emprempre se omo aye omo adwen se omo ntie no yen ntena ho na yeni omo enye nkitahudie bi e wo sambra no because omo se omo ntie enu nti na yedi pie ye yeda mo ase bebre nyame nhira mo